tried to flee the fiend. Stubby legs. One of the missing dwarves. Shame he's dead.
Brought you your friend.
Sure. Let's hear him then.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Gaspard! Stand back! I'm opening the door.
Gaspard! Ha! You seem a bit muddled.
Muddled. A bit drowsy, that's all.
What of the others?
Found one near a monster's den. He was already dead, sadly. Saw another fall from a cliff. Broke his neck.
Shit. Raverick told me to have an eye on the snot. 'Twas his nephew. Thanks for helping, and, sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, everything's gone wrong. What'll we do now?
Got a boat. You can leave with me, but I need to find someone first.
An ashen-haired lass?
Yes.
Oh, dreadful sorry.
What do you mean?
She's cold. Spirits left her.
Must have passed shortly before we found her.
Let's wait by the boat.
Guess not all of Vesemir's teachings have receded into oblivion.
A witcher can forget to eat, to drink, to breathe even. But a witcher never, ever...
Yeah, I used to repeat that incessant...
What creature?
Huh? Creature?
One that gave you the scar over your left eye.
Souvenir from the cockatrice of Spala. Another addition to the... Yours is healed beautifully, though.
Avallac'h. He prepared some special ointments for me. But that was before the curse gripped him. Wonder where he...
We lifted the...
Are you serious? You must be. You'd not jest about something like that.
You trust him?
Avallac'h? He's not let me down to date.
Why exactly is Avallac'h helping you?
He doesn't do it for me. As if it could ever be about anything else. Avallac'h tried to teach me how to control my ability. He was also making sure I didn't...
What's Eredin at?
What everyone wants. Control of my powers. His homeworld faces annihilation. Eredin's decided to invade. Can't achieve much on his own, so he needs to bring an army. Except his navigators can't possibly move him and thousands of NL between planes.
Whereas yours will.
Exactly. And if I die...
How do you ever start?
As soon as I'd left you and Yen on the Isle of Avalon, I found myself pursued. I fled through many worlds, many times. They came very close to catching me once. It was then that he found a portal and took us to a world where Eredin couldn't find us for... Oh, perhaps...
The world where Eredin couldn't find...
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
People there had metal in their heads. Waged war from a distance. And there were no horses. Everyone had their own...
Ciri, stop fooling around.
Told you you wouldn't believe me. We should have stayed.
So why'd you return?
I thought the hunt had lost my scent for good. Besides, I wanted to find you.
You were looking for us. We were looking for you. Times I thought you were just a step away.
I'm not surprised. There were times I fled pell-mell headfirst and forward. Eredin located us mere moments after we landed on Ard Skellig. Soon after, he and his riders surrounded us. Turned out Eredin had other plans. He produced the phylactery, uncorked it.
That's how Eredin cursed Avallac'h, triggered his transformation into Uma?
Yes. He didn't wish to kill him. Humiliation, that's what he was after. But Avallac'h refused.
And in a full half of a forest on Ard Skellig.
Yet it also gave us time to flee. Avallac'h opened a portal. I leapt in. He was supposed to follow right behind me, but we had agreed that if anything went wrong and we were separated, we would meet at his...
But you failed to meet...
Yes, we failed to. Once through the portal, instead of at Avallac'h's hideout, I landed right in the middle of Crook... I barely escaped the crones. You know he took me hunting. I killed a wild boar with my sword.
I heard.
A coincidence, really. I had no desire. It felt wrong to I'd taken nothing remotely resembling a hunting weapon. I simply hadn't intended to hunt. I was wandering through the forest, breathing deep the air. And then I heard a...
Boar attacked you?
Mm-hmm. Big as a bison, and lumbering straight at me. And all I had was my...
Did just fine, judging by how the Baron...
Simple soldiers, the whole lot. But we got along splendidly. A shame I had to leave. Flee. But... apart from which, I knew by then the curse was progressing. So instead of looking for Avallac'h, I decided to...
So how'd you even meet...
You and Yennefer were nowhere to be found. And I needed some... No ordinary craftsman would do. I needed a mage. Dandelion took it upon himself to help me. It was as if his honor depended on it.
Failed to mention that.
Probably didn't want to worry you. Later, we learned the Guard did that sort of thing regularly, in the hope of nabbing anyone who collaborated with mages. We needed to find another way. That was... Then Dandelion said he knew a man who owned a piece of Novigrad, as he put it, could do more than others. He was certain to know someone.
Orson June.
Mm-hmm. I suspected it might not be the best.
You suspected right. Orson was...
Damned simpleton got it in his head that we cheated him and kidnapped Dudu.
Who you promptly freed only to have to flee to Temple Isle. Great idea.
We hadn't planned it. Had no time to consider. We just bolted. I didn't even realize the guardsmen were driving me into a trap. Suddenly there I was.
And that's when you landed back in Skellig.
The shore of Hindisfjall. The first pleasant place that came to mind. Hjalmar and I used...
Wait, so you actually wound up there by accident? I thought you and I...
No, he simply sensed me use my power. Just as Eredin can sense where I am, where I travel. In fact, Eredin arrived soon after I did. Once again, things happened quickly. Lofoten, the Hunt's attack, my flight.
What did you dream? I've had nothing but nightmares lately. Pretty horrible.
Likewise, for the most part. In one, a monster grown from a stillborn child chased you. Ugh, that was horrible. I had a few nice dreams. For example, in one we sat around a fire, drinking good wine, and all around people danced and laughed.
Like that one a lot better.
Me too. But these dreams, and the others, ended in some tower. No matter what I dreamed, in the end, I would enter a tower.
Recognize it? Know where it might be?
Not sure. I don't think so. But there was something familiar about it. And something terrifying. tower was stark and dead. But at the same time, I felt I had to enter it.
Did you?
No. Dreams all ended with me searching for the entrance. And the last time, instead of the tower, I saw your grizzled... If not for the scar over your eye, I'd have thought I was still dreaming.
I was afraid you found some dwarves here. Said they'd try to wake you, but you were cold as ice and you weren't breathing.
And yet you came in.
Who listens to dwarf? Speaking of which, they're probably getting antsy. We should go... Got a boat on the beach. Once we land, we'll head for Kaer Morhen. On horseback.
Right. Conventional means of travel. Though a portal would be quicker.
And draw Eredin to us immediately. Besides, I hate portals. Damn. Listen, we gotta think of a way to...
Welcome back, child.
Ciri!
My, you've grown beautiful.
No point standing around. Come on, time to greet the others.
You've not changed a bit. Any of you. All just like I remembered.
What?
Little sis.
They're all here. Everyone you asked for help. Avallac'h's resting in it. No reason to do it out here. Come inside.
Time's short.
Wild Hunt will be here soon.
Let's not stand out here.
Yes, come. We should hold council. Yes?
Yen, you know the Wild Hunt better than anyone else. Tell us about the magic they use.
Their navigators open portals, rifts that we might counter with Dimeritium or our own magic. They also summon the frost that occupies the voids through which they travel.
There's just not enough of us. It'll be a hard fight.
Good to see you.
Ha! You found her. They told me the hunt was after her.
Bring all your tools.
Thought to myself,
Thought right.
plan to top that. Of course.
All right. Everything in order?
Certainly hope this gas will work.
Anair, Anadar, Volanda.
She's one of us, Geralt. No way we'll let him take her.
Any progress?
Just damn piece of junk. Barely younger than Vesemir.
Eskel.
Greetings, Wolf.
Is Hut...
Glad to see you.
Set out alone, Vest tracked me down. Insisted on coming.
I ought to give you a hiding for not asking my help. But I took it all out in Roach along the way.
Ah, some old friends.
What's this horse son doing here?
We need him.
You might have forgotten what he did. I haven't.
Gotta save Ciri, whatever the cost. And Leth...
I don't question his abilities. I simply don't...
Letho won't betray it.
You're naive. Always have been. Usually I don't give a shit, but this time it could kill Vest... Think this through before it's too late.
We'll stay and help. But we don't want him at our backs.
Roach.
No desire to...
Vess, don't be mad.
Poor judgment bringing the Kingslayer here.
Big fight ahead of us. How's morale?
Remember our encounter with them at the Hanged Man's Tree. We'll thrash him again this time.
An illusion.
Greetings, Geralt.
Getting all gussied up.
Women only ever beautify themselves for their own.
Glad you're here.
It's good to see you again.
Expected you earlier.
I started off heading in the opposite direction, but then...
What made you change your mind?
There are times when a woman should simply not explain her decision. That goes to...
Get everybody together. Time to... Thank you for coming. The Wild Hunt will be here soon. They're coming for Ciri. Want to take her. We'll stop them.
How do you even know the hunt will show?
They always know where I teleport to. And they move from place to place in an instant.
So what's our plan?
There aren't many of us, but I'd trust any of you with my life. Work together and we'll... When they attack, Yen will dome the fortress with a magic shield. Hunt will be forced to land outside the walls.
If they're dispersed out in the woods, we could hunt down small groups.
Got our first volunteer for the hunting party. I'm the second.
Count me in, too. Always believed attack.
The hunt will try to penetrate into the fortress through navigator portals. I can do nothing against this kind of magic, so you'll need to find and close as many as you can while hunting in the woods.
Lambert will make us dimeridium bombs. Remember the course.
Excellent. Erden should work on the portals as well. I shall also give you each an amulet. Snap them in half and you'll become invisible, at least while you remain still or move slowly. Move abruptly, engage any foes, clash with them, and they will see you. Apart from that, they will be able to hear you and smell you. If you come across a large unit, do not attack. Signal Triss and she will provide support.
I'll look for your signal. Soon as I see it, I'll rain fire on the forest.
Ciri's most important in all of this. The hunt's after her.
What do I do?
Stay inside the keep. If they break through, come inside. We'll all converge to...
Out of the question!
No one doubts that, child. But remember the most important moment?
Wait.
After the council, I'll give you an amulet. If you use it, a ball of fire will land where you're standing, just in case.
Remember, there's only a few of us. We have to... If anything goes wrong and the hunt puts us on the defensive, we pull back, make a stand at the gates of the... The inner courtyard is our last line of defense. If we don't stop them, then... What else do we have?
Since you plan to ambush the hunt in the woods, I could dig some trapping pits.
Meaning?
Deep as the dark abyss. Bottoms bristling with sharpened stone.
I brought this Mahakaman mix. Flammable as bone-dry saltpeter and plough it. We fill some barrels, stack them in a narrow passage, and fire them up.
You know, we stand on a vast deposit of gas. If need be, I could open cracks in the earth, create explosions. I would need to prepare, though.
There's the laboratory and the workshop.
One thing to remember, we've got limited resources and even less time. We ought to decide...
Absolutely. We need to assign one type of weaponry each to the lab